friends, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, hi, what's up, hello, my name is Sarah. And as you can tell by the lovely sunshine coming in through our bedroom window, it's no longer orange in New York City, because wasn't that a fun time and not terrifying. So when I was doing my plan with me video last week, I had the idea that, you know, as I was like doing my Notion and making lists, I was like, oh, how cool would it be to like come up with a New York City like summer bucket list just for myself and my partner, because like I think I've said this in previous videos, like I've been in New York City for over a year now, and I feel like there's still just like so much that I haven't done. There's so much to see, and obviously finances is a big role in that. Regardless, I want to be more intentional of how I spend my time this summer, and then I just thought it'd be really cool to share that in a video. So I will be doing that, but before then I thought I would take you guys along on a little New York City excursion of sorts to actually do something that I guess is like crossing something off of my bucket list. There is this store in Soho that I've been following on Instagram for a while. I really like their stuff. Not exactly in the typical price point I go for, but I got a Visa gift card for my birthday, so I'm going to, I think, treat myself to something there. So come along with me for that. I will show you where we're going. We'll have ourselves a little New York City outing, and then we'll come back here and we can create a New York City bucket list together. Why not do a little outfit of the day, OOTD moment? Jeans and a band tee. That's typical around here. Ignore that mess. And ignore this mess too. No, I'm just kidding. Death Cab for Cutie, band tee, H&M jeans, and black platforms. Fun fact, I bought these jeans pre-pandemic, probably like late 2018, early 2019. This is the first time I've worn them since buying them and have felt like somewhat kind of comfortable, confident in them. So we're all about celebrating small wins on this channel. Goodbye, my children. Oh, no. Oh, you're both under here. Bye, love you, miss you, I'll be back soon. All right, let's get out of here. Why, hello again. Obviously, I wasn't gonna go out of my way to go buy this very nice, amazing, awesome, beautiful crew neck sweatshirt and not immediately wear it. Also fitting the vibes. Lavender, purple, lavender, you get the idea. Yes, I have been on the hunt, not necessarily the hunt I guess, but I've been wanting a New York or nowhere shirt, crew neck, hoodie for some time now, and it just so happened that today they launched a new collection with my favorite color. So the stars have aligned. I'm not gonna think about how much I spent today, and we're just gonna go with it and be happy. Also, while I was out around Manhattan, I did pick up some coffee. I went to Urban Backyard, which was like the cutest little spot. I didn't get clips of like the whole place, but it is so tiny that the aesthetic in there is just ridiculous, and I want to go back immediately. And I wish I got one of those cute little succulent cupcakes, but alas, I did not. But anyway, now that I can officially, I guess, cross that off my bucket list, I thought we could finally sit down, hang out, and create my actual New York City bucket list for the summer. I'm gonna be creating this on my iPad. I have already put together a little notability note of sorts for this, but I'll show you everything that I'm writing right here, as well as, you know, references to any places that might be helpful to have a visual to go along with it. So let's get into it. So as I've been thinking about this video, I have written down a couple of things in one of my various iPhone note app notes, just so I don't forget anything, but perhaps some new ideas will come to me as we're sitting here. So the very first thing I have on this list of something I want to do in New York City this summer is technically something I have already done last year and kind of already did this year, but I'm gonna put it on again anyway, and that is a Central Park summer stage show. So if you don't already know, Central Park does do a concert series throughout the summer, I think starting in June and ending in like maybe November, October, September, honestly I don't remember. A lot of the shows are free, but then they do have some paid ones. So We went last year to 2 shows. I think both of the ones that we went to were free. I don't remember off the top of my head. But then last weekend, we wanted to go see a band, Hippocampus, that we've both seen a number of times. The tickets were so outrageously expensive that like we couldn't justify it. So instead, you know, obviously Central Park is a park, it's outdoors, the venue is outside. So instead of buying ridiculously priced tickets to go see a band that I've already seen 4 times, we just like took a blanket and a bottle of wine and hung out like right outside of the venue, and couldn't see them but we could hear them, so that was actually a lot of fun. It was very low-key. There was a bunch of other people doing that, so I would love to either do that again for another show over the summer or actually get a free or a cheaper paid ticket to another performance that's happening over the summer. So that's one thing. Kind of related to that, I also just want to spend more time in Central Park. Like, we haven't really done it because we live so far away from it. Like, it's definitely a hike to get up there from Brooklyn, but it really is just such a vibe, and maybe that's a really touristy thing to say, but I just want to like spend a day, a couple hours, roaming around Central Park, getting some lunch, having a good time, people watching, doing all the things. I think that'd just be such a good way to spend some time in the summer that isn't at a bar or getting drinks or, I don't know, just something different, you know? So next thing on my personal list is also something that's probably a little more touristy, and that's not what this list is supposed to be, but it's something that I haven't done before, so I'd like to go do it, and that is to visit the Freedom Tower and just that area in general. I went to Tribeca the Tribeca Wall Street area for a doctor's appointment earlier this week, and I realized that I haven't like really been that far downtown Manhattan many times at all. You know, I think I've gone on a probably grade school field trip to the 9/11 Memorial and things like that, but I love to go to the Freedom Tower, see it. I think there's like a brewery in or around there somewhere, go to the top of it. I have already been to the top of the rock, so I don't know, I just think it'd be fun to do and something different. Next on my list is, again, something that I have done before but hadn't done in a while, and I'd like to do more of it this summer, and that is to go to comedy shows. I left it vague for a reason. Doesn't really matter where, when, what comedians, big venue, small venue. It's just a good time no matter what. Definitely the small venues are a special little place. You don't know always what comedians are going to be there. It's rather cheap. There's actually one place that does $5 tickets on like Wednesdays or something, and last time we were there we saw a really great comedian, so I would love to do that again, hopefully a couple of times, but at least once. Alright, so next up is something that my partner and I have tried to do before, but we didn't have a reservation, and I think it was like a Friday night, so it obviously didn't work out. And it's actually this speakeasy called La Nox. I'll throw up a picture here, obviously. But it's a speakeasy that you can only get to from a subway station. I think it's somewhere on like 7th Avenue in Chelsea. So I would love to go do that, feel a little fancy, feel a little bougie, and not have to get on the street to walk into a bar. Alright, so the next 2 things on my New York City summer 2023 bucket list are kind of the same but kind of different. I'm gonna treat them differently. But I would like to make more of an effort to go to the beach this summer, and whether that's while I'm here in New York City or visiting home in Delaware, because Delaware has great beaches. I just want to go to the beach more, but for the sake of a New York City bucket list, I would really love to go back to Coney Island at least once and Rockaway Beach at least once. We went last year. They're both a great time. Definitely different vibes, obviously. If you've been to Coney Island, you know that's like a whole vibe in and of itself. Honestly, just the subway trip to get to Rockaway is so cool. It's a very long trip, obviously, but like you leave the city and then suddenly like you look out the windows of the subway and you're just surrounded by water, and it's pretty cool. I don't know. I'd recommend it if you ever have time to go to the beach while you're in the city. It also helps being in Brooklyn that doing things like that are just so much easier. Again, like getting to Coney Island, which I think we drove to when we went because that was just easier, but we took the subway to Rockaway. Like it is hour and a half, whatever, but it's easier than being in Manhattan, so it's just a good time all around. Okay, so this next one is a little random, and other people wouldn't put something like this on their bucket list, or maybe they would. I feel like New Yorkers probably would. If you're just visiting, this probably isn't a priority for you. But there's this Instagram account called Stooping NYC, and people are leaving things that they no longer want, household goods, things like that, on the stoop outside of their apartment, free to take. And this Instagram profile like reposts all of these other people's posts, and then it's basically like a competition from there to go find that thing if it's something that you want faster than someone else can, because there is some gnarly, wild shit that gets posted to this Instagram, and a handful of them are in Brooklyn. We've seen some really nice things that like we either don't need or we would want but it wouldn't fit in our apartment, so I don't know. I would love to be able to say that we scored something that was posted on Stooping NYC. So stay tuned for that. So something else that I would love to do that I haven't done yet would be to go to a baseball game, specifically go to a Mets game. I mean, I've gone to baseball games before, just not in New York. Obviously, we could go watch minor league in Coney Island as well. That would be fun. That would be a great time. But to go to a Mets game would be, I don't know, it just sounds like a lot of fun, and it would be reminiscent of watching the Phillies play in Philly. I have already looked at the Mets schedule, and I don't think they're playing Philly for a fairly long time, at least in New York, but hopefully we can see them play in some capacity, just go have a fun, cute little baseball moment. Okay, this next one I'm super excited for, and something I've been wanting to do for so long, and for some reason we just haven't gone to do it, but that is going to visit Roosevelt Island. I don't know, if you're like me, I didn't know that Roosevelt Island existed up until like a couple of months ago, but it's like this little sliver of land between Manhattan and Brooklyn/Queens, and I think you can take the subway to get there. You can probably drive there as well, but you could also take a tram there. Perhaps this falls under another category of just like dumb little touristy things to do, but I just want to do it so bad. I want to ride on a tram to this little island. What's over there? I don't know. There has to be at least like a coffee shop or somewhere to grab lunch or walk around. I don't know. I just want to do it so badly. All right, I've been staring at this next one on my phone trying to figure out what it meant because it just said club. My weird brain first went to golf club, and I was like, are we gonna go play golf? There's a great mini golf course in Williamsburg. We could totally do that. That's not what that meant. I asked my partner what was on his New York City summer bucket list. The first thing he kind of just said was to go to a club or go to more clubs. I guess not more, because we really haven't been to any. But he wants to go to House of Yes, which is a place in Brooklyn, so I guess I'm gonna be adding that. I mean, I want to go too. I'm not against it. It just wasn't the first thing that I thought of, so it's going on the list. Okay, so this next one, hear me out. I truly can't tell you where my fascination with this idea came from, but like, I just want to go get drunk in Margaritaville in Times Square. Why Margaritaville? I have no idea. I've been to the one in Las Vegas. It was very cheesy and weird. Maybe I just didn't have enough drinks before going. And if you need more proof of why I should go, hold on. You can't own a shirt like this and not go to Margaritaville in it. Hello? Like, do you see the vision? Cute little like black crop top underneath, high-waisted jeans, flip-flops, a visor, maybe not a visor. But I already have the outfit planned. If we go to Margaritaville, I am for sure wearing this, which is a shirt that I thrifted from L Train Vintage not too long ago. It does in fact have shoulder pads. I also like hella grew up on some Jimmy Buffett because of my parents, so I think it's just in my blood, it's in my DNA. And last but not least, my final thing on my list is to go to a museum. What museum? Doesn't matter. Any museum, multiple museums. Since being in New York, which has been for a little over a year, we have been to one museum. We went to the Natural History Museum, which is a museum that I've been to before. Take a shot every time I say museum. But no, I would love to go see more places. There's obviously so many in New York. One that I have really been wanting to go to is the Museum of the City of New York, but like, I'll take anything. It would just be a good time. Could pair it very easily with one of the other things on here. Maybe we just take a whole like touristy New York day and cross off a couple of these all at once. I don't know, we'll see. If you have any museum recommendations or places I should hit up first, definitely let me know. So that wraps up everything that I had on my preconceived iPhone list. I've been trying to think if there's anything else to do. I mean, there's obviously things to do, but like things that are worthy of putting on this list. Obviously, there's going to be tons of other restaurants and bars and things that we will be visiting, places that we'll be going, but I think these are some of the big ones. If I had to like pick an activity for every weekend of the summer, I would definitely start here. And look, I'm sure there is way cooler things that I could be doing. I'm sure there's obviously a lot of cool things that I don't know about. So let me know what's on your New York City summer 2023 bucket list below. Give me some ideas, because this is the start of a bucket list that I hopefully can continue to build upon as the summer goes, as well as check things off, of course. But if you have any like must-see, must-visit places, whether it's like a touristy thing or not a touristy thing, I'm open to it all, so let me know. Otherwise, that concludes today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. It was fun roaming around the city with you and then wrapping things up on this couch, planning for the rest of the summer. As usual, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, follow on Instagram, on TikTok. I would love to connect with you. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I will see you at the next one.